Welcome to the Goalpost, the podcast where it's all about long-term player development. We're here to talk soccer through a different lens, one that puts the players before the scoreboard and progress before pressure. This is all youth soccer with a purpose. All development, all the time. I'm your host, Jason Glover. Hey coaches, Jason Glover here. I want to thank each of you for being part of our tryouts this week at Steamer's Crew. Whether you've coached with us for years or this is your first time evaluating, this episode is here to anchor us in what we're really looking for. Our goal isn't just to find the fastest kids or the ones who score the most goals. We're identifying players who show signs of being developable, coachable, and impactful over the long term. Here's what you should look for. You'll see some kids with raw skill, some with speed, some with hustle. But here's what we want to focus on across all activities and scrimmages. 1, communication. Are they talking to their teammates? Do they show awareness of the game around them? Are they using verbal and nonverbal communication? Decision making. Do they try to make the right play even if it doesn't work? Are they brave enough to take risk and learn from them? Can they recognize space, teammates, and pressure? Execution. Can they carry out their ideas with basic control and technique? Not perfection, but are they connecting ideas and actions? We're not just watching for who scores. We're watching for the kid who looks up before passing, who resets the play under pressure, who takes one touch when 3 aren't needed. When you're watching a game during tryouts and you're watching a particular player, some things that you should think about are, can they progress the ball forward? Do they try to move the game forward with passes, dribbles, or off the ball movement? And then on defense, can they stop the opponent from progressing? Do they read danger? Do they recover quickly? Do they defend with intent? This tells us how players read the flow of the game offensively and defensively. Do they have a good attitude? Body language after a mistake, willingness to listen when given feedback, encouraging teammates, or shutting down. We'll all need to watch effort, but we're also watching energy. Is it helpful energy, or is it a distraction? Is a player coachable? Remember, we're not picking just the best players. We're selecting the ones who are ready to develop, contribute, and grow. Every player won't be polished, but we're trying to place them in a right environment for the next step. Try to keep a few things in mind. Be positive and encouraging, and this can be a high-stress week for some of the families, even some of you coaches. So take some notes, especially on communication and decision-making regarding players. And don't get fooled by the flash. Look for the foundation. And let's lead with purpose and clarity and care. We all appreciate everything that our coaches are bringing to this process. You're helping shape the future not only of new players, but current players. Not only players that aren't your kids, but your kids. And we're lucky to have you here. So if you need anything during the tryouts, don't hesitate to reach out. And one last note before we hit the field. This week's tryouts aren't the finish line. They're the beginning of a much more meaningful evaluation process. We want to encourage families and players to sign up for the Summer Development Series because we're trying not to rush in and make decisions for our youngest groups of 2015 to 2019. So we need to try to slow it down, watch, observe, and learn more about these kids as they are growing with us as well. So as you evaluate during tryouts, remember, some players may not stand out yet, but they might thrive in less pressured summer environments. Others may be flashy early, but might not be that consistent. The summer series gives us 12 nights of free play and structured sessions to really assess development and team chemistry in a deeper way. We'll also talk as a coaching group after tryouts and throughout the summer. We'll discuss the new players who might need time to settle in. We'll evaluate the returning players who are growing into new roles. And most importantly, we'll work together as a group in each age group to ensure every team is stronger because of our shared insight, not our siloed opinion. We don't want super teams. We want a mixture of really competitive players with players that are still developing. This isn't about my team as a coach or your team as an opponent. This is about the Steamers Crew Soccer Club, and we're all responsible for building every part of it. This is the Steamers Crew Goalpost, all development, all the time. I'm really glad you joined us today on the Goalpost. Raising and supporting young players isn't always easy, but choosing to focus on their growth, their joy, and their character, now that's the right thing to do. You might not see the results right away, but every small moment you invest makes a big difference in your child's life. And remember, all development, all the time. That's not just a motto, it's a promise. We'll be here next time cheering with you.